Hey, how's it going? My name's Scott and welcome to my YouTube channel. People know me as Beezer Media, the guy behind the lens, the guy behind the editing. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. And if you are just coming to this video, thank you for listening to me talk for a second. This video is in reference to my YouTube channel getting hacked. My Gmail was basically taken and that was directly linked to my YouTube channel. Because they had access to my Gmail, they had access to all of my saved passwords. Still to this day, the origin of how they got access to everything is unknown. There is a lot of phishing attempts and things like that. I've racked my brain and gone through emails and things, and I can't recall what happened. But these are some tips to keep your channel safe, keep any of that information safe. I'm no longer using the saved passwords on Google Chrome. It was the lazy way out. I also wrote down the alphanumeric channel name for my YouTube channel and a bunch of other stuff that I will go over in the rest of this video. They gained access to my Facebook first. I didn't realize I was getting hacked, or I didn't realize someone had access to my Facebook. I just thought that I got kicked out of the app or whatever it was while I was messaging my wife. And I found out that there was an unknown login from Russia, of all places. Could have been a VPN, who knows exactly. The login happened, I changed my password, I thought nothing of it. Went on with my day. And then the next day came, I went into work. I put on my headphones like I normally do, and I played a crime documentary that I just listened to kind of while I'm working and start out the day. So I get into work and I'm queuing up a video to listen to, sometimes listen to podcasts as well. And I can't log in to my YouTube channel. I Google my YouTube channel, nowhere to be found. At this point, I'm starting to get that like really awful feeling in the pit of my stomach. And I never realized that I would have such a negative response to having something like that happen. It's very, it's like an intimate attack because they're taking all of this information. There's no face to it. There's no messaging. There's no like personification to it. It almost feels like it's just being done in the background, and that almost makes it worse. I didn't know how they got access. I didn't know any of that stuff. They tried to buy a God of War digital code on eBay. They tried to add some FIFA FUT coins on my Amazon account. They tried to log into my Activision account, all sorts of different stuff. So the worst part, you would think that like the eBay account and all that stuff was the worst part, but it was the YouTube channel for me. I had worked so hard to get to this point. I didn't want to restart. I didn't want to pick a new name. I didn't want to deal with any sort of rebranding or anything like that. I just wanted my channel back. I just wanted to go back to where I was at. Google and YouTube do not have a chat support, and they do not have a phone number. You can't call, you can't do anything. So I went through this roundabout thing where I had to recover my password through my email that I didn't have access to. I continued to go down that rabbit hole so many times. Every chat brought me back to that. Every link brought me back to that. It was just constant. I had no way of recovering my Gmail. They got into my Gmail, turned off two-step authentication, and then turned it back on and added their own two-step authentications. So they had the unique one-time use codes, and they had a USB key that was unique to a physical USB key. I don't have either of those. I can't get into my channel, or I can't get into my email. There's nothing for me to do. So my mother-in-law sent me a video of someone else that had the same sort of issue happen, and I will link that in the description down below. But I basically watched this video, and it was like borderline the same exact issue, right? So I went through his video, I took his tips, and one of them was to get onto Twitter. I don't understand why Twitter is the means to getting something fixed, but I went on Twitter and I tweeted at Google, YouTube, and Team YouTube. And to my surprise, I got a response from Team YouTube. They got a person assigned to my case and started with recovering my Gmail account. The Gmail recovery wasn't bad. It didn't take a long time. It just felt really weird because I didn't have anything to prove that it was actually me. But I did have IPs that were logged into prior to the date. So the earlier you catch this stuff, the better. They were asking me for IP related logins and a bunch of different stuff. I don't want to divulge too much because obviously that can help whoever is doing these malicious attacks. So I followed their advice and I gained access to my Gmail within, I think, a couple days, or maybe it was within a couple days. So as soon as I got my Gmail back, I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel and kind of have like, okay, I might be getting my YouTube channel back. Turns out my YouTube channel was actually banned. They had changed the name to Tesla Media something or other. They made all of my videos like private or unlisted, and thank you for not deleting them all. I appreciate that because it would have been annoying to have to re-upload everything, but I'll take it. And then they live streamed about Elon Musk, Bitcoin, something, asinine, dumb, not your channel, get the fuck off. Once I got my Gmail account back, I started to get I got a different case number through YouTube creator support. Be very careful with the ats that you are dealing with through email, and be very careful who is CC'd in. Just be diligent while checking that stuff. That is like one of the biggest tips I can give you, because I thought I was going to get a phishing attempt in the middle of all of this. So once you are working through that stuff, you're able to answer a bunch of these really long questions. They have a bunch of forms, a bunch of questionnaires. I don't know, it's probably 40 or 50 emails and like 10 forms. Get my YouTube channel back. They asked me stuff like when my YouTube channel was created. You can find that on Social Blade. They asked me about my alphanumeric unique ID, not the one that is like a Twitter or Instagram handle with the @ symbol. It is the long, crappy looking channel name. Write that down, make a hard copy of that, put that somewhere. That was like the biggest piece to this. They needed like AdSense information. They needed how long was your previous video? What was it titled? Where was it shot? What did it entail? They had a bunch of stuff that was like that. And then they also had, you needed your AdSense ID, which is another thing that I think you should write down and make a hard copy of. So if there's two things that I can tell you straight up, two-step authentication, even though they got around mine, have it on. And then the unique ID for your YouTube channel and your AdSense ID. Those are like the two or three, I guess, big things. Once I submitted that, I felt like I was almost out of the woods. And basically what happened was they were able to authenticate the fact that this was my channel. Before X date, someone gained access to it. And then they basically live streamed something that was inappropriate against terms of service, and that's why the channel inherently got banned. They were able to revert it back, and I obviously now have access to my channel since this is being uploaded. I thought this was a good video to make. A couple people had given me the idea I should make a video on this. Shout out to Chris Flink for because obviously there's a lot of other people that this is probably going to happen to. Hopefully not, but maybe there are a couple ways that you can protect yourself and Again, I wish I knew the origin of this, and I hope it doesn't spring up again. But I have like completely Fort Knoxed pretty much all of my passwords and everything now. So hopefully in you don't see this channel go down in the future. After I got my channel reinstated, they asked me for some more information, like what was changed or minor pieces here and there. But because I reached out on Twitter, my Twitter actually got banned because I was trying to appeal a ban. I don't really care. Twitter's Twitter, but I found that kind of hilarious that the only way that I could get unbanned was to use Twitter, and then my Twitter actually got banned in the end of this all. But really appreciate you guys watching the channel. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for everybody that reached out. We are back, so hopefully you guys will be seeing more of me. I don't know how often I'll be doing talking head stuff. I'm trying to do more things with maybe car build, Tiguan things, this, that, maybe some tutorial stuff, or maybe just like speed editing or whatever it might be. So keep an eye out for that stuff. And I appreciate everybody that has subscribed, and I appreciate everybody that has supported me for the past couple of years. It's really meant a lot. I personally don't see what you guys see, and I appreciate all the positive feedback. I'm always trying to continue to grow and get better and to produce better content and just be a better videographer and a better editor, and just be better altogether. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. I just recorded for 30 minutes out of focus, so let's go. Let's go.